Well, we're here at Michigan Firekeepers Casino 400 for our 15th race of the season. So, yeah, 40 laps here. About same settings as usual. I just increased the temperature a little bit, but I did test the track. It was pretty realistic, except for the fact that they were going at 216 miles per hour in the front
Drivers,
stretch.
to your cars.
So the temperature was the only thing I changed to the INI. Anyway, off to qualifying. We'll see that Kevin Harvick has got the pole. It's actually tied with Ricky Stenhouse, points leader. Points leader, Ricky Stenhouse. We've got Cody Ware in the last, as usual. Justin Haley, yeah. But yeah, pretty accurate starting lineup, I'd say. Well, other than Chad Fincham, but which is quite an upset. Anyway, we're gonna go on, start this race, and hope for the best.
Drivers, to your cars.
Pace car is lined up on the inside here, but we have Kevin Harvick Stenhouse on row 1, Ty Dillon and Eric Almirola row 2, Lawson and Tiff row 3, as far as in Fincham row 4, Cook Bushka and Blaney row 5, Busher and Truex row 6, Wallace and Hemrick row 7, Jones and McDowell row 8, Johnson and Reed row 9, and Chastain and Bush row 10. I'll go through the rest of your starting lineup here. And yeah. Pace car will go in here. It is a hot day at Michigan, being 96 degrees. But we will go green, green, green here at Michigan. The outside lane is the way to go, by the way. You see lots of 3 wide racing here in the back. Ryan Preece not having a good start of the race, so is Chase Elliott. There's great racing in the middle of the pack. Yeah, there's great racing in the middle of the pack. But up front, it is a single file fest. Harvick will lead another lap. It is lap 6 of 40. Let's see how fast the leaders go on the backstretch. Yeah, they go pretty fast here. They go upwards of 211 miles per hour. And then in the front stretch, they're gonna go faster actually. They're gonna go at 215. They hit 215 miles per hour. Again, I never change the track INI except to make the temperature higher, which makes the cars slower. Because, again, it's a pretty hot day in July. But Ty Dillon is creeping up to the lead. And he's always right on that bumper. He goes to the inside. Will he pull it off? He won at Pocono last week. But no, he's not going to have to run off the corner. And Harvick will still lead. It's already lap 8, so, and most of the field is pretty spread out. So I'd say let's go check back on how most of the field is doing. So as you know, Harvick. So Harvick is leading right now. He's been dominant all day. Ty Dillon is second. Every time he's gotten close to him, like he gets close to him, but he just can't seem to get it, like, yeah, he just can't seem to pass the 4. And the 17 is right behind the 13 too. The 36 car, Matt Tift, had a pretty solid day. He's up to 4th. He was by himself there, but now it seems like he's catching on to the lead pack. 5th place is Almirola, who recently passed Chad Fincham, making a surprise run in 6th. Fincham was contesting for 4th, but seems to be falling off as the tires wear. Oh, Stenhouse gets moved up the track. Matt Tiff the 3rd. And yeah, the tires wear off quick here. As it's only lap 10, and we already see people moving to the 3rd groove in the middle of the turns. But Stenhouse is falling off a lot. So that's really interesting. Anyway, yeah, Almirola and Fincham are battling for what seems to be 5th. But Larson is in that battle too. He's in 7th. And he isn't showing signs of giving up. Oh! You saw Ty Dillon hit the wall a bit. Scrape the wall. And he's way up there. He just lost 2nd place. Never mind about, you know, seeing where people are. The tire fall off his back here. In fact, if these drivers aren't careful, we may actually get a caution. And Matt Tiff, Matt Tiff is just a rookie, but he's already making a name for himself. And he was in the top 5 in the standings, but fell off a bit. But now it seems like he's trying to have a better season. So Matt Tiff up to 2nd. So yeah, we're gonna move down the field now. Fitchum moved up to 5th. Busher makes his way up to 7th. Cookbush into 8th. Hemrick in 9th. He's 2nd in the standings. And Amarola drops way back to 10th. And he's probably going to drop back to 12th since he's on that inside line. Ooh, Busher gets out of the groove. It is easy to get out of the groove in this track. Bubba Wall is holding strong in 13th. Kyle Busch right behind him 14th. Ross Chastain. Interesting run in 15th. Ty Dillon and Austin Dillon in 16th. As far as in 17th. And Brandon Jones and Clint Boyer battling for 18th. So that's cool. And we have a bit of a pack here for 20th, consisting of Truex, Bowman, Eric Jones, and Timmy Hill. Justin Haley's in 24th, Paul Menard's in 25th, and Jeffrey Earnhardt is in 26th. The 32 car, Corey LaJoie, is in 27th. Penske guys, Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano are 27th and 28th, respectively. And Ryan Blaney is in 30th. 31st goes to William Byron. 32nd is the 6 car Ryan Newman. 33rd is the person who started in dead last, which is Landon Castle. 34th is Matt DiBenedetto. 35th is the 16 team of Ryan Reed. 36th is the 38 of David Reagan. 37th is John Hunter Nemechek. 38th is Ryan Preece, who had a good season and actually won a race. But it just seems like he's in the back a lot these past couple races. And then side by side for dead last, Chase Elliott, a name we haven't even talked about much in the season, is side by side with the 51 of Cody Ware. Do you know how sad that is? They're like 8 seconds back. But actually, the 47 ran a faster lap than the 4. So, qualifying and track position matters a lot. And ever since we went back, you saw Chad Fincham in 4th. He got out of the groove a bit, but it's not on the 6th. But he'll get that 5th place back because Chris Buescher is trapped on the inside. Just the way good old Michigan works around here. But yeah, the leaders never went to anyone except for Kevin Harvick, who you still see is very dominant. The outside lane used by lots of people. And we reached halfway. Again, it's mostly a single file fest. We're gonna get these cars entering 2 and 3. This is the shot we used last time, a lap ago. But yeah, as the tires zero here, you start to see that high side being used a lot more. It's a pretty smart move, actually. We're gonna look into the 14 team. Boyer. He's in the middle of an interesting battle right now. He's sort of holding up the 11 and the 88. The 11 being Brandon Jones after Denny Hamlin had a season-ending injury at Charlotte during the Coke 600. And looks like everyone is coming into pit road. We have green flag pit stops here. And guess what? Kevin Harvick is out first. Ooh, Stenhouse with an unusually slow pit stop. But yeah, everyone else, the leaders actually came in a lap earlier. So we'll see how that strategy plays out. We're just gonna hope for no. We're focusing on this camera to see if any of these guys will beat Kevin Harvick out. And to see if there's been any post-pit road contact. Larson is the first guy out of this pack. And who's that car over there? Oh, that's Keselowski. So the 42 is the first guy out of that pack. And he won't be the first person on the track. And oh, we've seen some surprising changes. Oh, wait. Actually, no, I thought that was the 11 team. But yeah, looks like Kevin Harvick and Matt Tifft have distanced themselves out from the rest of the pack. And Harvick will maintain his lead. Oh, something's happened to the 12 car. And we did see the 2 car entering very late, like exiting very late off of pit road. Oh, the 12 car is stopped on the track. This has to be a caution. We'll stay green, but did he lose his cylinder? He just went off a pit road here. Oh yeah. Yeah, once he got into turn 4, he probably lost something in his car. Ignored the 87 and the 12's momentum, but since none of the leaders were nearby, I don't think the caution was ever called. He did cross the line, but looks like his day will be done. As no caution. And after a tow, he is back on track. I think he's going to be 2 laps down. But that sucks for him since he's going to finish last unless the wreck happens. And yeah, he doesn't lose. I don't know what happened, but his car just wasn't firing into 4. Very, very weird indeed. And that, like I said, the first pit stop was slightly after halfway, and this is the only pit stop. And that would be the only pit stop. Ricky Stenhouse, who usually gains a couple spots after pit stops, but this time he's all the way back in 11th. So he definitely had a slow stop there. And with a guy with a bunch of top 10s, this is an off race for him. As you see Ty Dillon back there too after running in the top 3 all race. But ooh, Matt Tifft fell off a little bit from Kevin Harvick. But yeah, if nothing happens to Kevin will win this race. I'm gonna say that right now. And he's had a weak car this season, but his performance, like, he's finally picked it up. Like, he was what, 30th in the standings at one point, 27? But with these good finishes, like consistent good finishes, he's going to be a true contender in the chase. Let's check the intervals, shall we? So the interval between second and third is about 1.5 seconds. Actually, no, about 1 and 7/8 seconds. If that makes sense at all. Yeah, that gap is about 2 seconds from Tiff to Lawson. And then from Lawson to Busher is about 2/10. There's actually quite a bit of battling going on here in fourth as we reach 3/4 of the way through the race. I keep thinking that's Brandon Jones. No, that's Chad Fincham. Chad Fincham having a remarkable race. So then we go to, so this pack goes all the way to 13th place, 3rd to 13th. And then from there, there's about an actual 2-second gap between 13th and 14th. Yeah, between the 10 and the 15. And then that's a 2-car back. And then behind them is Clint Boyer, who's about a second behind the 00. That's a strung out pack up to Cody Ware. Wow. I gotta say, Cody Ware's been improving a lot. Like he started dead last, but he and the 00 started like so bad, but they're both up to the top 25. That's cool. But from the 51 to the 16, that's about a 2-second gap. That's a, and then you have that 4-car close-up back. And then about, yeah, 3/10 behind them is the Sitsurai Newman, still in 30th place. Corey LaJoy, Truex, and then Ryan Preece, about, yeah, I was gonna say that didn't look like 2 seconds. About 1.5 seconds behind them is Ryan Preece, Benedetto 34th. Byron moves down to 35th. Then we have John Hunter, David Reagan, Chase Elliott, who's done poorly all race. And then in dead last, or sorry, second to last, 4 seconds back, we have Mike Keselowski. And he's actually a bit off pace. He's running 36.7s, while the leader is running 36.4s. And the guys in third are running 36.2s. Austin Dillon's running a 36.0, right behind his RCR teammate. Let's see if there's been a faster last lap. Oh, somebody ran a 041. That is Brandon Jones. 36.041. But yeah, actually the pace here from Chase Elliott had a faster lap than Kevin Harvick that on lap 34. And then yeah, Keselowski's still running 0.7s. In fact, Harvick is slowing down. He ran a 36.6. Did he use up his tires? And that 2-second lead is dropped down to a 1.5. So you know that Harvick and Busch are both catching up rapidly. And it looks even closer this time. 1.2. Oh no, but third place is going to be side by side. Okay, they're not going to factor. But the leaders, oh my gosh. The leader did lose speed. Let's go on board with the 36. Oh, not what I wanted. And this is why I've said that the outside lane is better. Matt Tiff tried to use a lower move into turn 1 and he lost a ton of time. Look, point 16 to point 42. And little errors like these is a difference between finishing right on someone's bumper and finishing about 5 car lengths back. That one error set him about 3 car lengths back actually. So we're heading to 2 to go. And Harvick, who's been leading all but 1 lap, is going to try and fend off a hungry pack right behind them. Starting with Kyle Larson. I'm gonna see what Stenhouse is. Your points leader Stenhouse is in 12th. That. Oh, Tiff is on his bumper. Will he do anything though? Ooh, Tiff gets held back a bit actually. The white flag waves. Will Tiff have anything for the dominant Harvick? Will Larson, who's been so dominant, have anything for either of these two? Larson does have fresher tires, but only by a lap. And with the Busch Beer sponsoring, Kevin Harvick leads a string of cars into a victory at Michigan. I gotta say, that was honestly a pretty boring race, but I mean, you gotta have those once in a while. But it is Michigan. High side is where you want it to be. And everyone has crossed the finish line, which means time for your results. Harvick, Tiff, Larson, Fincham surprising 4th place finish, and Buescher into finish in your top 5. Hemrick, Dillon, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, and Ty Dillon round out your top 10. Then in 11th, you got McDowell, Stenhouse, Almirola, Chastain, and Castle, 2 underfunded teams finishing within the top 15. Boyer, Wallace, Haley, Bowman, Jones, Brandon Jones, Kurt Busch, Logano, Ware, Suarez, Reed, Hill, Earnhardt, Jeffrey Earnhardt, I should say. Paul Menard, Ryan Newman, LaJoy, Truex, Priest, Benedetto, Byron, Elliott, Reagan, Nemechek, and Keselowski all finish in the league lap. And then Ryan Blaney, with some sort of car problem, finishes 2 laps down in dead last. You do see the standings here, though. Okay, first off, the points lead actually shrinks because Stenhouse finished 12th, Hemrick finished 6th. Then you got Almirola and Larson. I'd say Larson is the best car out of here. You want to know why? Least laps counted? I wouldn't say ever, but let's see, starts. Yeah, out of everyone who started all the races, Kyle Larson has had the least amount of laps counted, but is still in 4th in the standings. Jimmy Johnson doing great too. And out of those 739 laps counted, he's led 133 of them. 2nd in most laps led. Track position is key. Almirola and Larson have actually pulled away from Kevin Harvick in 5th. Harvick, who was below 20th, now up to 5th in the standings. That was actually his 3rd win of the season. Ty Dillon's won twice. Pretty surprising. I should change his ratings a bit, but Chad Fincham, 20th in the standings. I should not have to worry about him. Chase Elliott with a terrible race, so is Keselowski. Both of them dip way down into the below the top 15. I'm pleased, Matt Benedetto, blah, blah, blah. Guy who's made 13 starts, Austin Dillon, back up to the top 30. What can I say? He's pretty good. If not for that dumb move at Bristol, he would definitely be in the top 10. I'm gonna say that much. Reagan, Kyle Busch, Hamlin, who's out for the rest of the season. It sucks. Kyle Busch not having a good season too. He should retire. Um, Wallace, it's normal. John Hunter Nemechek, yeah, that 87 team is not looking good. In fact, he may be replaced. Ty Majeski hasn't done good. Eric Jones is the last car out of all the starters. I've changed their ratings. I don't know what else to do. Cole Custer, Christopher Bell, they did their Rookie of the Year stuff. Cole Custer will win Rookie of the Year, obviously. Timmy Hill, Jeffrey Earnhardt, is running out of races. He has one last one until someone else takes over his ride. Tanner Berryhill's out for the season. Kligerman will finish his suspension. In fact, this is his last race until he gets back in that car. So, congrats to Kligerman on basically finishing his suspension. Cody Ware, he's going to drive the season. Tyler Reddick was basically filled in. In fact, hold on. Tyler Reddick had exactly Austin Dillon's ratings. So let's see here. Oh yeah, Ross Chastain and Brandon Jones tied in points after 2 races. But Tyler Reddick had exactly Austin Dillon's ratings, which basically means that Austin Dillon would have had 227 points. If we had 227 to 438, I'm doing this in my head. 1665 points would land him in 12th. Okay, not as much as I would have thought, but he still would have been doing great. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. Your next race will be the first road course race of the season, which is at Sonoma. 22 laps. It should be, well, road course ratings are actually higher, so expect different people to run in the front. So yeah, I'll see you next race. Peace.